Hello everybody, my name is Jose de la Rosa Rodriguez and this is my presentation for CS50's web programming with Python and JavaScript. This is problem number 3, mail. Okay, so this problem has a number of specifications and I'm going to walk through each one of them as I demonstrating on the screen. Okay, so specification number 1. When a user submits the email composition form, we need to add JavaScript so that the email is actually sent. We do that using a post request, and once the email is actually sent, the send email box should be loaded. So I'm going to go to my application and I'm logging as user number test user 1. I'm going to go to compose and I'm going to send this to a user that I created in advance. I'm going to, for simplicity, my subject is going to be final and my body is going to be final body. So I'm gonna click send and I get a message that the email was successfully sent and the send mailbox is loaded. Okay, so that is requirement number 1. Okay, so specification number 2, when a user visits the inbox, the send mailbox or the archive, the appropriate mailbox should be loaded. So we did that using the get request. The latest email should be shown first, as well as the name of the mailbox. Each email should be in its own box, and the email should be shaded gray if red, white if not red. So I'm gonna log in as test user number 2, the one we just sent an email to. Here's my inbox, and it has the name. Each email in its own box. White if background if on red, like this one we just sent. Gray background if we have read the emails. So here's my sent mailbox. Here's my archive. And just for demonstration, if I go to this final demo and I go back to my inbox, now that one is great. Okay, so that is specification number 2. Okay, specification number 3. When a user clicks on an email, the user should be taken to that email and view the content. So we accomplish that using a get request, and we show we're gonna show the receipt. We should show the recipient all the information about the email as well as the shading information explained before. So I'm gonna go to this final email that I sent to test user number 2. Here's all the information. Sender, recipient, the subject, timestamp, and the body. So and as far as the shading, again, if I go back to the inbox, it's now shaded gray because that email has been read. Okay, so that is specification number 3. Okay, specification number 4. Allow users to archive and unarchive emails that they have received. So, again, we accomplish this using a put request, and essentially each user should be given an option to archive or unarchive an email unless it is the send email, which shouldn't have that option. So we're gonna go back to test user number 2, and if we go to the final email we sent to this user, we see an archive button here, and once we click it, we're sent back to our inbox. That email is no longer there. Now if we go to our archive, we see the email is now there. Now if we click it, and click on the email now we see that that email has an unarchive option, so which would allow us to unarchive the email. So we click on it, we're sent back to the inbox, and we see that the email is no longer on the archive, it's now in the inbox. Okay, so that is specification number 4. Okay, so specification 5, allow users to reply to an email, and essentially we should have a reply button, and when the user clicks on the reply button, the recipient, the subject, and the body of the email should be pre-filled with information from the original email. So I'm gonna go back to test user number 2, and I'm gonna go to the email that I sent this user from test user number 1, and I'm gonna see the reply button here. Once I click reply, I'm taken to the compose form, but the recipient has been pre-filled with the sender of the original email. The subject has been pre-filled with the original subject, prefaced by RE colon, and the body has been pre-filled with the original body of the email, including the timestamp where this email was originally sent. Okay, so that is requirement number 5, and that is the final requirement of this problem. Thank you very much.